welcome to Unstable Creatures Podcast with me, Selena. We got a sick episode for you guys. We have a local comedian here to Melbourne, Florida. She has been killing it. She runs a room here in downtown Melbourne, Villain Coffee. And she was also on Kill Tony, like me. Goodwill version, though. Killers of Kill Tony. Wish.com. We talk about life. We talk about comedy. We talk about imposter syndrome. We talk a lot of shit, and that's what we do as women. So thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. This is Alex Barboza.
I got chicken, ducks, and roosters on the farm. I'm just speeding back with Susan the alarm. Johnny ate the grass, he's moving on a bong. Gypsy blisters never sing for long. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong.
I like this couch. It's so comfortable.
Bro, Jake found this on fucking Facebook Marketplace in perfect condition for wasn't it like $80? $50.
What?
$50 for this
joking.
and the fucking ottoman.
You're joking.
Perfect condition. Literally.
This couch is like $2,500.
I know.
It was literally a rich person out in Satellite Beach that had it sitting in like a loft.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's great.
And their family moved in and they were like, you don't have the room for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're making it into a bedroom. And
Dude, it was perfect. And like the inside of here, like these can be separate pieces too, or you can clink them together so they don't.
I could sleep on this.
No,
It's
literally.
So comfortable.
you
It's
could
so
make it
nice.
a couch.
Yeah.
You could make it like a full.
like a love seat. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, like that piece is not like it's not an L-shaped couch. Like it's just 3 pieces.
Yeah, this is just wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is like, it can be straight.
It's like
You just
modular. You
exposed
can
us.
like.
Everybody
Oh
who's watching this
God.
episode is gonna be like.
Not an L-shaped couch, guys. This is just the wall back here. No, yeah, literally $50 from like an
Jesus
old white
Christ.
person.
This is great.
I feel like most of my apartments from old white people.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta thrift things. We're not rich over here.
That's what I'm about to do because we're about to get rid of all the crap we've accumulated over the years.
Oh yeah, because you're moving, right?
Yeah. I'm so sick of just like people need to stop giving gifts and shit.
Yeah.
Because we all know we just like, this is great. We take it and then everybody throws it in the fucking closet or pantry and doesn't touch it.
Yeah.
And just like over the years, you just accumulate shit and I'm just like ready to just get rid of it all. But I know I'm going to accumulate more shit. So it's like a never ending cycle of accumulating shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel the same way. I think
Yeah.
Christmas, like, I got so much stuff, but I needed all of it. So I'm like, got an air fryer. Do you have an air fryer?
Yeah,
You do?
I
Do you
do.
use it?
I do.
I literally
It's also
love-
my toaster.
Literally.
Yes.
I use it for everything.
It's the best.
I put everything in there.
I
Like,
hate having to deep fry shit because I always burn myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I put my phone in there the other day and it charged it.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
I put everything in there. I swear to God. I literally love my air fryer. Like
Yeah.
chicken. I mean, I'm putting everything in an air fryer.
Yeah.
Love it. I mean, they were pushed down our throats enough, I think.
I like it for vegetables because it makes vegetables taste better. Like
That's
Brussels
true.
sprouts,
Like
they
roasted.
crisp them up real nice versus like just
Yeah.
throwing them in the oven or something.
Are you cooking like that?
Yeah,
You
I'm
cook?
A cook? I'm a cooking motherfucker.
Really?
Yes,
You
I
chef it
cook.
up in the kitchen?
Every Sunday I make meals for the whole week, so I don't have
Okay.
to cook during the week.
Love that.
So like my husband eats meat, I don't eat meat, but I be cooking it. Like
Wait, you don't eat meat at all?
no, I do eat like fish sometimes
Okay.
when I'm feeling saucy.
Yeah. Our dynamic's pretty much the same way. Like I
Yeah.
eat cheese and he eats beef and chicken.
Yeah,
think-
my lunch or my dinner before I left was like 3 pieces of mozzarella cheese, and I'm just like, I'm good.
Exactly. 100%.
And a little bit of ramen. I'm like, I'm great.
We love ramen. I love ramen. I've been seeing these videos of people eating ramen in the most vicious way, and I
Like-
really love it.
Burning their booty hole vicious way.
Yeah.
Why?
Like they have absolutely no decorum whatsoever when they're eating ramen.
Yeah.
Like cheesy ramen, and it's boiling hot.
Oh, and they don't even use good cheese. They use
No.
the Kraft singles, and
Yeah.
even in Japan, it's
Yeah.
super popular to use Kraft singles.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I want a
understand.
Kraft single ramen. Like, I need it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried it. We only did grilled
top
cheese when I
ramen?
was a kid. That's all we did. We never put it on
a lot of grilled
anything
cheese.
else.
My parents used to make me like Vienna sausages and like mix it with mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You know, just like cut them up a little bit, or
The
like
canned sauce, yeah.
yeah, dude, something about like baked beans and mac and cheese together
Yeah.
and a piece of bread.
The little Bush's beans with the pork in it.
Yeah.
That's all we,
That
that's
with
all
the
we
side
used
of
to eat.
Kraft mac and
Yeah.
cheese, the powder kind.
Oh, yeah.
Golly.
I still buy it every once in a while just to get that, like,
Love it.
nostalgia. I'm like,
No one could tell me
I'll
anything.
eat the whole pot.
The entire pot in one sitting, and I don't give
I
a
will
fuck.
sit down and watch a movie. And
Literally,
just-
Publix today had buy one, get one Lunchables. Give
my
me
God.
every single
Yeah.
one. A pizza
Yeah.
Lunchable really takes me back to, like, the trauma.
Yeah.
I love pizza Lunchables.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Lunchable?
I used to
Ham
like
and
the
cheese
ham
kinda
and
girl?
cheese. Yeah, you're right.
I'm very much a ham and cheese kind of girl.
I like the ham and cheese. The pizza one, I didn't like the pizza one.
Oof, I love the pizza one.
I hated the way the sauce tasted for
Love
some
it.
reason.
Man, and I used to I used to be a little bit icy with it and put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds.
Maybe I should have done that.
Perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm in Italy. It'll
Yeah.
take me back to Italy there. Back, I've never been to Italy.
That was great.
Have you traveled outside of the country?
Yeah.
Where?
Poland,
Oh my god.
Japan,
Okay.
and Italy.
Wow.
I'm going to Norway this year.
That'll be fun. Do you guys go somewhere like every year?
Yeah,
Try
so
to.
my husband's family is rich, and
Hell yeah.
they just bring me along for the ride, which is great.
That's the best.
I appreciate them. They're wonderful people.
I need to figure out how to do that.
His mom's from Poland.
Okay.
So we used to go there, like, that was the trip every year. We would just go to Poland to go see family, whatever. Dude, going to Poland, cheaper than going to, like, California. Cheaper
Really?
than going to, like, Denver. Cheaper. You could spend, like, 500, maybe it's a little more expensive now because prices
Yeah.
are going up.
Yeah.
But, like, I
Fucking
think
Biden.
it's, like, 500, 700 bucks round trip. It's an international
That's not
flight.
bad,
It's
yeah.
like a 10-hour, it's like going to California. It's
Yeah.
probably about the same price in a plane ticket, but you eat like a king there.
Really?
You spend like $5
And
American
get
dollars on a meal, and
big
you're
ass-
eating, and it's the best food in the world. You get the best
Dang.
burgers, the meat, everything's fresh. Like,
That sounds good.
oh, it's the best food ever.
I want to
But,
go
yeah,
to Poland. Poland seems fun.
You should.
I want to go there. I want to go to Switzerland too.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely don't fit in there, but I want to go.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely would be like I'd be sticking out there.
I feel like anybody not from European places sticks out.
My family is European though, just not that area.
Yeah.
The different area.
Yeah.
No, I went to Spain and Portugal last year. Or was it 2023? Yeah, it was 2 years ago now. It was 2023 that I went. And dude, it was fucking expensive. Everything's
Yeah.
so expensive on that side of things. Like Spain, to be specific, is so expensive.
Where did you go? Was it a touristy area?
Well, I went. So my family is from Madrid. That's where like my
Okay.
mom was born and stuff. So I have family there, and then I have family in like a couple hours north of Madrid, and that was cheaper. But
Yeah.
Madrid was expensive. Like,
I'm just curious because it seems like all the touristy places are like ridiculous.
yeah, when you're there, it's not as bad, but like getting there is mad expensive. Like the
Really?
plane ticket
Yeah.
and stuff was so expensive, but and the hotels and stuff were expensive. But as far as like the food and like things to do, really wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal's super cheap.
Yeah.
Portugal's dummy cheap. Like I was living like a millionaire.
Yeah, my husband's like a third Portuguese.
Oh yeah,
I
you told
want
me
to
that.
go there. I'd
It's
like to
beautiful.
go there. It looks beautiful. I've
Yeah.
only seen pictures. I can't imagine what it looks
Yeah,
like.
my grandma is like directly from Portugal, born and raised. She was like all my family. A lot of my family lives in Portugal still. And we went to like Braganza. We went to Oviedo, like in Spain or in Portugal, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Do you
It's
speak
stunning.
any Portuguese?
Hell no.
No.
I don't understand a damn word of Portuguese.
I used to work with Brazilians,
Oh, okay.
and when I was listening to them talk, I'm just like, no.
Yeah. And see, like
It sounds so difficult.
my family's from like a village that's like run by chickens, like still to this day. I mean, there's chickens everywhere.
Is it just like a farmland?
It's just a village.
They're just
like,
known for that?
yeah, it's like it's super poor. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a village in
Just
the
a
middle of
village,
Portugal.
yeah. Mhm.
There's nothing there. I mean, the houses were built by like the roaches that infest the area, like genuinely.
Like
And-
straw.
no, literally. Like people think I'm joking.
Roofs,
It's
yeah,
literally
yeah,
made
yeah.
of straw and like brick
Yeah.
clay, like made by hand. It's nuts. Like to see my family come from that,
Like a
and
third
then
world.
like
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
wild. But there, I don't even know where I was going with that. What were we talking about?
the houses and the straws and the...
I don't even remember what we were saying. But yeah.
the village, just how it's like... Yeah.
Oh, about the language.
Okay,
so like
the language.
She's from like a really small village in Portugal. So the Portuguese that they speak is giving like it's...
They have different dialect of the same language. Oh my God,
it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It sounds insane.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like they're speaking like French, but also German, but like also no language at all. Like they brought Latin language back, like pig Latin is literally what it sounds like. I have no idea, dude.
That's crazy.
And when they get angry, it's like, forget about it.
It's funny because the way you're describing it to me, it reminds me of Ace Ventura when he's in the village.
Yes, that's actually exactly how it sounds. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so serious. It's wild. They start snapping and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm literally, you know me, I'm standing there and I'm like, bro, I couldn't be any more like American than these people. Like they're actually wild. There was a lady there that was in Portugal and she makes olive oil by hand. Like they make olive oil there's a huge olive vineyard and she makes olive oil by hand. And she actually like steps on it with her feet, like kind of like how they do for grapes and stuff.
Dude, that foot fungus puts a little flavor in it.
Her feet looked like, I mean, it literally looked like one of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims' feet probably looked, dude. I'm serious. Like, it was like her toes were so messed up.
Crooked.
And literally my aunt's like, I'll take 10 gallons. I'm like, I wouldn't even make a baguette with that. Like, it was actually nuts.
That's insane.
I was like, Jesus. And she was missing an eye. I'm like, good Lord. And they're like, yeah, this is your third uncle. And I'm like, I thought that was a woman. And it's like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? It's wild. All the women over there, all my family over there has beards and armpit hair and shit. It's yeah.
It humbles you when you go over there, though, because, when I heard about my mother-in-law's story about how she came from Poland to the U.S. and literally from nothing, had to escape Poland, go to Germany, and I'm just
I was going to say, didn't a lot of people from Poland have to escape because there was like war going on there?
She had to go to like a refuge camp in Germany, and that's where she met my husband's dad, which they're not together anymore, but yeah, she's over here now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to like go over there and like understand where like your family not my family, because I don't even know where my family comes from, to be honest.
I don't think we do either.
I have like a small inkling, but not much.
Yeah, they're from Delaware.
I know my husband's family more than I know my own family. I
love that.
But it's a humbling experience to understand where.
It's very interesting. I feel like I've constantly been talking about the show, and it's like become my whole personality. But there's a show called Why Would You Ask That on Netflix, and there's all kinds of categories. If you haven't watched it, dude, you have to watch it. Like,
really?
It's been such an eye-opening experience for me over the last like week, and I'm still not even all the way through. There's like 4 seasons, and every episode has a group of people that people will submit anonymous questions and ask this group of people these questions. So like one of them is like, suicide attempt survivors. Another one is disaster relief survivors.
Interesting.
Another one's Down syndrome. Another one's, wheelchair people. Another one is, it could be anything.
Was
deaf,
it like,
blind.
why do you look like that? Like,
literally,
like
they
that?
ask, and they're all Australian too. It takes place in Australia, so it's so funny, but it's also,
God, yeah.
There's a lot of parts that it's really serious, and then there's a lot of parts that are like super interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing it up because one of them was about refugees. It was like, that was the whole thing. And so it was a bunch of refugees, like it's a bunch of different people from different places that all came to Australia to seek refuge. And it's crazy. Like it just makes you think of things so differently because you hear it from these people that live these lives. There was another one that was it was a bunch of homeless people, and they like interview them and like, how did you become homeless? What happened? All these things that we think stereotypically and would never actually ask, they answer the fucking questions. Like, how do you have sex? And they're like, well,
this.
you know what I mean? Like it's so interesting.
Yeah.
And I've been telling every person about it. Like, dude, if just watch as many as you can, it's so eye-opening.
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't click on it, so I'll have to watch it now that you told me.
There's like another one that's like the other one that I'm still trying to like ponder was one of them is about intersex people.
Those people with both parts?
No. That's what I thought. No, it's not about people with both parts, dude.
No parts?
All of it. It's like literally so I didn't know what intersex meant. I'll go ahead and say it. I don't know what the fuck that is. I always thought it was with both, or like they were like built, like born with like tits and a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have like something
like trans people.
Yeah, but they're not trans at all. They couldn't be farther from trans people. I thought the same thing, and I felt like a piece of shit because I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about this, but also like don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? But like, you know, and so they were asking all of these questions, and they like explicitly explain what they have, what intersex means, and it's basically like a wide spectrum of anything. Because in reality, it's a deformity. You were born, your genetic, your DNA just fucked up along the way, and you weren't born like people that are not born intersex, you know what I mean? And so it's like, for example, there's a woman that was a girl her whole life, identified as a girl, was more tomboyish, but felt like a girl. Boobs, vagina, the whole nine, right? She doesn't find out she's intersex until she's like in her 20s. Because the doctor, she goes to get a pap smear for the first time, like, you know, does that. And they're like, you don't have like a vaginal canal. Like, you have no ovaries. Like, past that, it's just skin, brother. There's nothing there. And she had no clue, dude.
What?
Had no idea.
Before you said the pap smear, I was starting to think I might be intersex.
You know, honestly, she kind of looks
I'm like, you know what? I've had a lot of pap smears. I've got ovarian cysts.
Bro,
They're there.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, that's
and then,
crazy.
like, a lot of them, like, they don't know. Like, there's a guy that's, like, felt like a guy his whole life, but then, like, when he started to hit puberty, started developing breasts. Full-blown dude. Like, beard. I mean, a guy. Like, but he also has, like, a micro penis. Because, like, it stopped growing. Like, his genitals look the same that they did.
Just be playing jokes on people for real.
Dude, I hate to say this, but, like, I'd end it. You know what I mean? I'd unalive myself. I think I would.
If I...
Bro, it was nuts. Like, I can't
I'm just going to say I love myself, and I'm so happy with the body I was blessed with.
Yeah. I'm like,
but
dude,
if I had a micro penis, I would...
As if life wasn't already hard enough as a 15-year-old boy, you start getting tits. Either you're stoked about it or you're pissed.
Dude, I'm pissed because I deserve them first, if anything. I'm actually a woman.
Like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely think God just hates us at this point.
That's crazy.
Like, why is your tits bigger than mine? And you're 15. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I literally was in line at Publix the other day, and I look over. This probably sounds wrong. I look over at a 12-year-old.
Okay, I do it.
You know, just what the fuck?
What are you up to?
What kind of chicken are we eating that we're developing double D's at the age of 12?
Yeah.
And I'm a almost 30-year-old with negative A's.
Like, was she Hispanic or brown in any way?
White.
Oh,
blonde hair, blue eyes, just like me.
That's actually interesting.
God chose to fuck me over, but I love him regardless.
We love Jesus. We love you, Jesus. No, actually, it's wild.
Yeah.
I literally had no idea until I started watching that. And now I feel...
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I might honestly be a part of the LGBTQ. IA+. The alphabet people. I might be there. At this point,
everybody.
Yeah, dude, there's so many gay people in this world.
They're so accepting that technically straight people should be in that sentence, too. It includes everybody except for straight people at this point.
Yeah, it does.
It's not inclusive anymore.
Heterosexual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like, honestly, straight people have their own groups, though. Like the NRA. That's got y'all written all over it.
That's true.
I mean, you got it. January 6th.
Every 3-letter agency, actually.
Every 3-letter agency. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Everything but the NWA.
Yeah.
They might be.
True.
No, they were probably really straight.
I don't think you call them an agency, though.
It depends on who you ask. The NWA was definitely running some shit.
No, I actually heard that they were... there's a conspiracy that they were in contact with the CIA.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because...
like they want to do on purpose.
They had such an influence on society
Yeah.
They were trying to change like the messages that they were putting out there. They probably do that with every celebrity, though. I feel like
I would
you get to a certain influential.
But what would the
point.
CIA want with that?
I don't know.
Hey, dude,
Psyops?
instead of like going after cops, how about pedophiles? Like, let's target this to rapists. You know what I mean?
I wonder if Beyonce is going to get convicted.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
There's so many photos of Jay-Z and Beyonce with P. Diddy.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the P. Diddy thing, like, I'm pretty offensive, and I'm fine with offensivity. Like, obviously, you know me. The P. Diddy thing, though, is like one of the things that I'm like, dude, that shit's so like not funny. Like, and people were trying to make jokes about it and stuff. Like the baby oil thing is like, I get that part of it. But like the perpetuation of like P. Diddy and like what's going on is like a big joke is so nuts. Like,
I don't know.
Not.
Everybody does keep making the same joke over and over again about the baby oil. Which at this point, it's like we see it all the time, so we're like done with it. It gets people's rocks off and audiences, whatever.
I like little jokes.
I don't
like
know. I don't know. It's so vague on the internet about what's going on that I don't even know. Like, all I know is he beat up Cassidy, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't known nothing else.
Yeah, man. It's like nuts because there's so many like people coming out with all these stories of like the things that went on, but I'm just like, dude, how the fuck does someone with that much money and that much fame get away with that for so long? Like, we're talking like a long fucking time.
Devil's advocate here too. Everybody he fucks with has money.
Yeah.
And the people he don't fuck with that don't have money, they want money.
Yeah.
And if you're going into a man's house, listen, devil's advocate, if you're going to a man's house that's a millionaire and has a high level production company and you are thirsty enough to do things on may or may not be cameras that you may be because you want to be successful and they tell you you're going to be successful, isn't that kind of on you not to be educated before that age?
Well, I also think the other thing too is people like underestimate the power of like a power dynamic. Yeah. People underestimate what that really means. Cause it's like if there's someone out there that's like wants to be a comedian so bad and then a really famous comedian is like, yo, if you come to my house and like, party with us and do some drugs and drink and stuff and like I'll set you up, like I'm gonna take you under my wing. Bro, you know how many people would fall for that? Many people would do that.
It blows my fucking mind.
So many people would do that because
we were just talking about this a little bit the other day.
Yeah, like the way that people like they want it so bad, and I understand that part. I really do. But it's like that to me is what really makes them grimy, is that they're using that to their advantage. It's like the same bullshit with the Ponzi scheme and all that. It's that, but like in a way more demented way.
It's on both. I feel like it's on both, because it doesn't take away from the fact that he's still doing fucked up shit.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. And then like Jay-Z was actually tried now and is in trial, I think.
Okay, so that's what I was curious.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like I think he has actually been like subpoenaed to court. Like there's now documentation and evidence that he might actually have something to do with it, is I think as far as it's gone. Yeah. It's like we now have proof enough to pull him into the case and make him accountable for something. So it's like, dude, that's
for the Netflix documentary.
I cannot wait, because I know the R. Kelly Netflix documentary changed the world, brother.
I'm gonna eat it up. I'm gonna eat it up
because R. Kelly was like the other one that was like, dude, what in the hell? Like, I think it was the woman that wrote a book about it.
I'm trapped in the closet.
Yeah.
Oh, that parody song has been out forever.
I know.
And nobody even
I know.
blinks an eye.
That's the part that I feel about P. Diddy too, because it's like, dude, like, do we not remember like 50 Cent? Do we not remember Cat Williams? Like, they've been saying this for forever, Papa, like a long time.
And that's why they say don't idolize celebrities, because
yeah,
dude, you can listen to their music. I still bump P. Diddy and R. Kelly.
I know, it's hard not to, man. Like,
it's great music, but don't mean I have to like the person.
Yeah, it's bad. I feel like there's just always something coming out with somebody. Like there's always just something, and it's like it just makes me think that we really just something's wrong with Americans. It's like you never hear about like Canadians doing this shit. Maybe Drake.
I think I was trapped up in that shit though before I separated myself from like social media, because before I became a comedian, I wasn't on social media for like 2 years.
Yeah.
My life was great. It was blissful. I wasn't comparing myself to nobody. It was great.
Yeah.
And I feel like people want to be famous so bad that they follow other people because they think, like we were saying the other day, they think being around these people is going to make them famous.
Dude, it doesn't.
And that's not how it works.
At all. Yeah, it definitely is. That's a huge part of it. Is that they think they can go to these fucking conventions and shit, and it's gonna like you're a part of it. You know what I mean? But you're not. They want you to think that you're a part of it. And
they want your money.
Yeah, they want your money,
energy, and your soul, and
all it comes down to. They want your skin, brother. That's what they want. They want your DNA.
They want your adrenochrome.
Oh my God.
They want to suck your blood and drink it. I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that like. People still fall for that shit to this day. But it's also like, you know, I understand like their perspective of it. And it's like, I get you want something really bad, but like, that's just not how the world works anymore. You know what I mean? Like it used to, but it doesn't anymore. Like with social media and how big everything's become, and TikTok alone has changed everything. Yeah. For every industry, dancing, music, food, bar, restaurant. I mean, everything's changed because of TikTok. Sports. I mean, literally gambling. Like, we're talking everything. Comedy. Everything's changed.
And imagine where it goes in the next, like, fucking, not even 10 years, probably like 5 years. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. At this point, we're just all going to be fucking holograms. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're going to be able to, and we'll be somewhere.
Dude, to be able to tour from your house would be great.
It's going to be next. You know what I mean? I would make a hologram of myself.
I don't know if I'd do that, though. I feel like I need to feel the laughs in person.
No, I would want to hologram myself there.
Would you really?
Yeah, and I'm like, she needs to weigh like 180. Make her perfect. Actually, no, literally. You know what I was just thinking about the other day too? There was someone that was like doing a joke that was like made a joke about how they looked like someone that was like actually like beautiful and drop dead gorgeous, and the comedian doesn't look like that person at all. What? And like no one laughed because she doesn't look like it at all.
Oh no.
And so I don't know why that was making me laugh so bad, but it's like, dude, that would make me off myself. Yeah. If I got up there and was like, I know I look like Kim K, and then everyone's like, yeah, if she was a fucking rhino, like Kim K mixed with rhino, maybe.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah, like I don't even understand what gives you the balls. Yeah. To be like, yeah, I look like Reese Witherspoon, and you look like Kesha now. You know what I mean? Like
someone told me I look like Ronda Rousey, and I'm like, thanks. I look like fucking.
She's beautiful.
At least she was in Fast and Furious, but she's a little fucking.
Oh yeah, she's scary.
Yeah, she's terrifying. So I'm like, am I a scary? I can be scary. I guess I'm a little scary sometimes.
I don't think you're scary at all.
I don't know. I think maybe to some people. Maybe. Because maybe when I don't smile, I think people are like, they can't.
You just look sick.
Figure me out.
You look a little sad, maybe, but I don't know about like.
I look like someone that just got out of like the fucking what is it called? Where you get Baker acted.
Oh, like a sane asylum.
Circles of care.
Yeah, circles of care. You look like you just came out of cough.
I think it's the sweats don't help either. I just
I feel like you definitely looked like you were just like at the domestic violence shelter, and we're like, you know what, I'm gonna go do comedy like to get my confidence back. Yeah, that's what I feel like you look like.
Yeah, I think that works.
Just like really like scared. Maybe it's right. We're like a little scared, like mouse or something. And then I don't even remember where I saw you first. I think it was Beachside Retro.
Maybe.
I think that was the first time I ever met you.
I performed was there, so I probably went there.
Because you started doing comedy, I think, whenever I was like in my hiatus. Like I was doing it here and there, but not really. Like,
I know the first time we talked was, I think it was at the Dunes, or when Asking for a Friend was happening in Cocoa Beach.
Maybe.
But I think I've seen you before then.
Yeah. And I just remember. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Maybe it was at the Dunes. It was like the first time we talked. Yeah, you're right. Because I think I had saw you at Beachside, and then another time like at Chumley's or something. And I had seen you.
School with Alex.
Yeah. I had seen you on Instagram a bunch, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, who is this? You know what I mean? And then everyone was like, yeah, they were like, oh yeah, she's like doing comedy a bunch. Da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah, but like, where the fuck did she come from? And they were like, oh, well, like she's from here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's so interesting. And then I saw you at Beachside. I think you just like did your set and left. So I was like, okay, like, you know, cool. Fuck you too. And then
No.
I went to Dunes and you were like on the show, I guess, or like did a guest spot or something.
Yeah.
And they announced your name and my friend Alex was like, yo, I know her. And I was like, why does everybody know who this is? Who is she? And literally she was like, I went to high school with her. I'm like, I have never talked to her. What the fuck's going on? And then she was like, oh my God, that's actually insane. And then Donald said that my friend Donald is friends with your brother. And like used to hang out with your
blogger.
Yes. It was like I used to hang out with her brother all the time, and like it's crazy that she's doing comedy. And I'm like, yeah, like I don't know who the fuck I don't know who the chick is, but like it is what it is. And then you went up at the Dunes and I was like, oh, what the fuck? She's actually funny.
Thanks.
And then yeah, not too much now, but she was like, I'm joking.
You know, I'm fuck you. I'm funny.
I'm joking. No, I was like, no, she's actually really funny. And then afterwards you were like talking to Alex and then we were talking and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, she's actually cool. Not a bitch.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I think people think I'm a bitch because I'm really shy at first.
Yeah.
So I like that's what I was telling you, like I've been trying to work on is just like getting out of my box and just trying to talk to people even though I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that where I'll just like, I stay in my box, I do my thing, I leave like you were saying. Cause once you get to know me, I'm all like open arms, like let's get to know each other until you fuck me over.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I hope I'm not a bitch. I try not. I can be bitchy sometimes
not at all.
because I'm a woman, but
yeah, but I think definitely like as a woman in general, you have to know how to be a little bit bitchy sometimes.
You gotta.
And I hate that we use the term bitchy for it because it's like you're just being like you're sticking up for yourself.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? But like, yeah, I think you definitely have to because I'm not. I am overboard with it. Like I'm someone that's like I'm on defense until I don't have to be, if that makes sense. So like a lot of people, I've had so many comedians tell me that I'm not likable or that I'm not approachable or like I need to work on being more likable. And I'm like, what? Like, I feel like I'm so nice. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And especially on stage, I feel like I'm very likable and people like me and like laugh and engage in conversation with me. But I guess maybe off stage, I'm not as likable as I want to be.
I honestly, now that we're talking about this in person, I never had that inkling of you.
You're like, actually, no, you were a raging bitch.
No, I think a lot of people, and I think this is other people's internal issues, are intimidated by confidence.
Yeah.
And you're a very confident individual, which is fucking great because that's a lot of people need to get to that point because people are way too insecure, especially everyone wants to be a fucking victim nowadays and fucking, you know, but I think people are just intimidated by you because you're confident. Yeah. Because I can't pinpoint. I would say if that's anything I would feel when I met you, I could pinpoint that. But I don't need I don't feel and I'm confident in myself now. In the age that I am. So I don't I just take people as they are. And if we talk, we talk. So I don't really get intimidated by people unless it's somebody famous that terrifies the fuck out of me. Right
of course. Or you want to impress them or something.
You don't know what you're just but
I think it's always
I didn't know you, so I feel like men too are easily intimidated by women. Yeah. And we work with mostly men.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think that it's also I don't know. I think that it's still always so crazy to me to hear people say oh, you just seem so confident, you're this and that. And I'm like, dude, I could not be any more opposite in my head. I don't feel confident at all. I don't think that I'm funny. I don't think that I am good. I don't think that people should want to be my friend. It's wild, the dichotomy of the difference of how I feel versus how people perceive it. Yeah. And I think through therapy and stuff, I feel like I've just learned that it's definitely an overcompensation thing because I'm not confident. I go out of my way to seem super confident and it pays off because people think that you're confident, but also it leaves people thinking she thinks she's this and that and you know what I mean? And makes me unapproachable. And I've been that way for my whole life. People have always said that I'm not approachable.
I don't think that's a problem though.
I don't think so either. I'm I don't want you to talk to me. Don't approach me. I'm joking. I want people to talk to me, but I have to be better.
Have you ever met, seen, there are so many famous comedians that are just like that. That not just comedians, people in general that are successful that are like that because they just,
Yeah, they just have it.
You have your fucking shit. You know what you like to do. You do your shit, and if people don't like it, fuck all. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's good and bad because I think that I also, like I was telling you the other day, I want to work on like not being that way and like talking to people more and like putting myself out there more because I'm just not good at that. Like I'm really not good at going up to people and just like striking up a conversation. Like I'm so bad about that because I'm over here like, wow, your shoes are ugly. But anyways, hey, like I'm so bad about that.
I use like I was saying, like I use the excuse as like when they get off stage because it's like that seems like the logical time to say something to somebody. I actually have something to say. I'm not just coming to talk to you just to, you know, it's not just all networking and business. Obviously, it's the part of the business, but like at the same time, like I am still trying to get to know these people. And if I think you're fucking funny, I'm going to tell you. Yeah. And like I said, it was really hard for me to like get to that like outwardly point because usually I wait for people to come up to me. But,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But like you don't have to change how you are in terms of like your confidence and how you output yourself versus like just going up talking to somebody. Like you can still try that. I think.
And I think too, like because there's two of us, it's even more intimidating. You know, killers of Kill Tony. We're here. The killers of Kill Tony in Melbourne.
Villain.
Yeah, we'll be at Villain.
Villain District.
No, seriously, we're just like out here running amok. I mean, genuinely running amok, and people are pissed. People hate it, and I think it's amazing. I think it's so funny. I think it's great. I think people being pissed off about like what you're doing or like, you know, just everything, because I know that people are upset about Villain. Like, people are pissed about it. And they're fucking mad.
I know.
And I love it. And I think it's great.
My husband, because I told my husband some things that I was thinking of internally, because I try not to be too outwardly about, like, specific opinions about specific people, because we all work together. But
we need him on the pod.
I will drag him out one day.
We need to.
I will. I can't even get him to come to the bedroom. I'm like, come on, you need to get in here so I can talk to you for an hour.
And he's like, ugh.
He's like, he stays home, he works on his cars, and he does nothing else.
Yeah. What an angel.
Yeah, no, thank God he's not out in the streets. Yeah, but what the fuck was I saying about the fuck?
That you were like talking to your husband about something.
Yeah. So
and I was
talking to him about, and he was just like, be careful.
Yeah.
He said people will try to like take that shit out from under you.
Oh, of course.
And it's already started happening.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, thank God I have a good relationship with the owner.
Exactly.
Because my mom knows him, so he's like a family friend. Yeah. So like I've known him since I was like, shit, I don't even know, a preteen, like 12 years old. So I have that, thankfully. So I'm not like worried.
The security, yeah.
But it's funny to watch the pieces move. Yeah. And the actions and the things, and I'm just like, it's just like at this point I'm just like laughing, but my husband's just like, be careful. I'm like, yeah, I get it, and I have no ego about like I literally like, this is what I have pride in the place. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be there for hopefully more than a couple of years or a few years.
Exactly.
I'm going to give that whole place to somebody else and I'm just going to pop in every once in a while. It's not going to, because I don't look at that place as long term at all. I want to get it going to the standard that I want. Yeah. And I want it to be I was telling Garbo this the other day. I want it to be a well-oiled running machine. Yeah. To where it basically runs itself. Yeah. And we don't have to worry about it, to where I can just like, here you guys go. And it takes everybody to do that. Like, how many fucking people did I need to ask for help? Yeah. Like, it's not just me running this place. We're all running this place. So I don't understand that's I don't understand the bullshit going on, because it's for all of us. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not...
And that's what I think too. It's like, that's how I'm like starting to view things now too, because it's like, dude, like I'm not even trying to be here next year, like genuinely. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not too concerned with like feelings, you know what I mean? Like, this is just a starting point for me. Mm-hmm. It's been a starting point for me for almost 2 years now. You know what I mean? I've been doing comedy for like a year and 8 months, 9 months, something like that. Yeah. And so I don't this was my starting point, and like I'm moving on. Like you know what I mean? And like I love it, and I'm happy that things are happening, but I'm not too concerned with like people's emotions.
Exactly.
And how they feel about things. And like I was very like not liked whenever I first started doing comedy, because I was the same way. Like I didn't understand that there was like politics and like you're not supposed to do this and you are supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck? And I think that that's like the other thing that's so concerning too, that people hate, is that like, I've heard so many times of people say like, you know, yeah, like you were really lucky to go to Austin, and you were like, you know, you got fortunate and you were this and that. But it's like, dude,
I got that a lot.
And the part that's so aggravating to me is that like, you don't understand like what I had to do to get there.
Yeah, you literally,
you know what I mean?
You
like,
told me all the shit you had to do, and I'm just
dude,
like,
what?
If you
like,
want something, you can fucking go do it.
Yes, it's really like, I understand the part of like life happens and life gets in the way, but dude, I'm not even fucking joking you. I had maybe $250 in my bank account when I went to Austin. I ate rice and beans for a month, maybe almost 2 months, between before and after to go. Like, the only part that really I feel blessed and lucky is that genuinely Jake I got fired from my job, right? I recommended someone to get to work for my company. When you put in a referral for someone and that person gets hired, they pass their test and they get hired, you get a gift card with like $500 on it. So I do that for somebody. They get the fucking job. I get fired, okay? Wasn't going to get the money. It just so happens that Jake works there still. It just so happens that they picked Jake on the team out of everybody. They picked Jake to give the fucking gift card to. No idea that we date. No relation to it at all. Gave it to him. And if it wasn't for that, fuck? I wouldn't have this podcast or been able to go to Austin.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like, it's like people miracle, think that it's thousands of dollars. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for that gift card, I never would have went to Austin. And that is for sure.
Yeah.
Like, at least not at the time that I did. I would have went. Don't get me wrong. But it would have taken me a little bit longer.
But that's the thing, is you wanted it enough for that shit to come at the time that it needed to come, because guess what? You got pulled because it was all meant to happen the way it
I didn't have a car. When I went to Austin, my car's been out. I just bought a car like a month ago because I didn't have the money. I didn't have a vehicle. My license was suspended. Like, we're broke, dude. Like, it's not... I did not do anything that I wasn't willing to do to get to that point. So that's what I hate so bad about people thinking that you're just more fortunate than me. I'm not, dude. I'm a month late behind on my rent. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the reality of my life.
Yeah.
And I know that one day, none of this is going to matter. And that's why people that are famous, that move out to Austin with nowhere to stay, they're living in their car, that's all they got, they don't have a job, like, that's why it happens for them, because they are willing to do that shit for 6 months before anything happens. And then, boom, they get there, they get it, and now they are touring the world. Yeah. And you can suck their dick. Like, literally. And that's how I feel, is that in a year from now, you can kiss my ass, like, about being more fortunate. Yeah. It has nothing to do with luck. It has nothing to do with fortune. It has nothing to do with being more fortunate. It has to do with drive. Yeah. And genuinely manifestation. And that is what you want. So that's what you're going to get. Yeah. But you just have to be there at the right place, right time. And your heart has to be in it. You know what I mean?
No,
and like,
100%.
That's why people, you know, it aggravates me when people want to talk shit about people being so far, or like putting in a lot of hard work, or like, you know, just to be honest, people having a bad taste in their mouth for what you're doing. And they're like, you know, she's not a comedian. She hasn't been a comedian for that long. Why is she doing this and that? And I'm like, dude, because she gives a fuck. You know how far caring takes you? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's tough.
That's the other thing, is like, I get real, I'm getting over it now, but I was getting real insecure about, because like, people see what I drive. People see where I live, right? People have a lot of assumptions about me.
Of course.
People don't know that I came from like not shit. Yeah. Yeah, I got lucky. I married a guy that has a house, right? But my mentality comes from not shit. Yeah. So when you have a mentality that comes from not shit, you want to make shit for your whole fucking family.
Right.
So that drive has not left my brain since my parents were fighting over money when I was fucking 5 years old.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've wanted to resolve those issues with money. And because of that, I've started like 10 fucking different businesses since I was 16.
Yeah.
Like I've just done so much dumb shit because I never had a passion. I never figured out.
Yeah.
And comedy is the first thing where I've been like, this is fucking it.
Yeah.
Like it's this or I kill myself before I'm 50 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that's my life. I have two decisions to make and I can either make the best out of it and make something out of this and like really like fuck what people think because I know what I want.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to get it regardless of what anyone else thinks because I fucking want it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. Like people can talk all the shit they want, but at the end of the day, what are you doing that's making you a better comedian? Why are you worried about me?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you worried about me?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You say I got lucky. Yeah, it's a family friend. Great. I almost turned down that place because I didn't like how small it is.
Yeah.
But I wanted a place so goddamn bad. So goddamn bad. I was just like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And it turned into something great for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not mine. It ain't mine. I call it everybody's. It's everybody's fucking place.
Yeah.
Y'all are running your own shows. Like, I don't know. It's fine. It don't like it does piss me off that people are so invested in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like if you've been doing comedy for longer than me, you should know that you shouldn't be worrying about what I'm doing.
Right. But I think that's part of it though, is like they're just upset or insecure that they haven't been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's again, like it's not, I don't say any of it to be like, yeah, I'm better than you. Cause it's not about that. Like it genuinely isn't about that at all. Like it's about the fact that you're not being supportive. Like to me, that's all it has to do with. It's like, if you want to not be supportive and say, you know, oh, this and that, then like, you're not on my team, bro. Like, and that's fine. Like, but like, again, like you're saying, like, I'm not doing all of this because I'm thinking about myself. I'm doing all of this because I think about my family and like people that I care about. Like I've told so many people in my life, dude, whenever I do make it and I'm filthy rich and I'm a touring comedian and I'm all these things, I do all that for every person that's ever been there for me. Like I would die to like be rich enough to buy like a huge piece of land, build houses on that bitch and put every single one of my family members and friends in every single one.
100%.
You know what I mean? And their bills are paid and their life's taken care of and you can do whatever the fuck you want because you were there for me. And that's what I think about. Like, bro, this shit is from Amazon. Like you think this Shein, like Goodwill. You know what I mean? Like it's not because I've like, you know, I just stumbled upon something. Like my family, if you watch like the episode with my parents, like my parents don't come from money. Like not a thing, brother. Like, and now they have a beautiful house with a pool and a big backyard in Alabama. And my dad has struggled a lot. My parents, they had me when they were 18 years old. Like what? You know what I mean? Like they don't know what the hell they're doing. And so it's like, you know, it's a wild thing to watch people have perspectives and see like how people view you specifically, because I know that from an outside looking in, I understand like what they're trying to do, and it's fucking aggravating because it's like, it's really just not about that. There's few people that are in the scene that are super supportive and are like, dude, like good for you. You know what I mean? And genuinely mean it. And then there's a lot of people that are just not. You know what I mean?
And it's, you know what, that's fine because regardless, I care about the comedy scene too.
Yeah, exactly.
I want it. I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't leave. I don't want to leave. Yeah. I like Florida. I got family here. I do want to have a kid in the future. I want to be around family, you know, so I like Florida. I can travel. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like the villain is going to make a name for me in this area.
Yeah.
Which is my primary goal.
Yeah.
But like, I care about the scene so much. Like, I don't want to have to drive to fucking Orlando.
Yeah.
Every week just to get 5 mics a weekend.
Yeah.
Because I try to at least do 4 or 5 mics a week. I want everybody, including myself, to be able to do that here.
Yeah.
How many of us hate driving to Orlando every fucking Kyle's out there balls to the wall fucking 3
Literally.
nights every single week.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kyle.
Yeah.
Now he has a place that he can go to and hopefully a good crowd every night. We'll see how it turns out. But it is interesting because, I mean, I've even had people come up to me and tell me things, negative presumptions about what might happen when we do it full time. You think I haven't thought of that?
Yeah, of course. But it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, if you try it for a couple months and it's just not working, cool. You know what I mean? Like, you tried. It is what it is. Like,
I'm not betting. I'm not putting any more money. I put the money into it. You know, I've done what I can do, and if it doesn't work out, it's been working out great. But if the full time shit don't work out,
it's fine. You tried it. Like, we still get to keep the Friday, and cool. We go right back to how it was, and it's still great. You know what I mean? Like, that's the part that's aggravating, is like people just don't want to try stuff. And I think that, you know, everybody has their own perspectives of things, but it is wild to see like the difference in opinion. You know what I mean? And it's also been like interesting to me too, because I feel like I've been going through this thing where like people are a lot nicer to me than like they used to be, I guess. And I don't know if it's maybe because I'm like out more maybe, or like people want to talk to me and stuff, but it's always like I suffer so bad from like imposter syndrome, so terribly bad, that I just feel like everyone is just lying to me. And I'm struggling so hard like to try to like work through that. Do you experience that at all?
I've been dealing with it since Villain yesterday.
Yeah, literally.
every time I bomb until I do good again, I'm like, I can never be a comedian.
Yeah.
I'm never like, I think I'm funny. Are you fucking, that was shit. That was fucking I opened a shit show and fucked up the energy for the first 6 comedians. Yeah. And you're like, but it's like when, I think people like us, like our work ethic is, and fuck it, I don't even care about saying I don't have a big ego. Our work ethic is so heavy that when we fuck up, like in our own eyes, we beat ourselves up about it, but I think it makes us better. Yeah, I do too. And I think it's also like about like, you know, just willing to put in the time, honestly. And I feel like people do. I feel like a lot of people do put in the time and stuff, but I think it's just the mentality that really, to me, has changed everything. Like, the comedy scene just used to not be like what it is now. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I first started, at least, it wasn't the same. Yeah. And not that one is better or worse, but I think that, like, I don't know. I just struggle with imposter syndrome so bad. And like, I just feel like, you know, this is what I want. But then the little tiny voice in the back of my head just keeps saying, it's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, always. And so I'm like, dude, like, well, then what do I do if it doesn't? You know what I mean? And I don't want to be like one of those people that just like keeps trying to hold on to a thing that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So hard to ignore. But that's the thing is like I listen to like some comedians podcasts and you always hear the same thing. Yeah. You're the same, like they're successful and they still struggle with this. So
I'd kill to be them and they're still feeling the same way.
And it's helpful to know that like, okay, this is normal. So like I try to, like today especially, I've been really struggling. I'm just like, fuck, like I can't wait to do good again because this shit sucks. But if I keep in that mentality, then I'm like, okay, I have the next opportunity to do better than I did last time. Then I'm like, I just try to ignore it. Yeah. But I think hopefully the Dunes, because of how fucking shitty I did last night, hopefully I'm like, I did so shitty. I need to fucking do good tonight. So,
you know, it's funny because I was literally just talking to someone about this the other day. I was talking to Jake actually. And we were talking about like, trying to figure out how to say this. We were talking about people that are not like the best that they're going to be. You know what I mean? They're not amazing at comedy, but they're not bad. And like we were talking about like you and a couple of other people. And I was like, this is the thing about like people can say shit about people bombing on Kill Tony or whatever. They can talk shit about whatever or say, you know, she's not that good or she's okay. You know, people can say that. It's fine. What I was saying though is that what's scary about people like you and other people that are not amazing. Yeah, you're not the best you're going to be, but with the hard work, in 5 years, you're going to be a problem. And the reason why is because you're not as best as you're going to be. Some people don't think you're funny. Some people do. Cool. Wait on it though. Like that's the part that I was literally saying, is that people like that are scary, dude, because they may not be good now, but give it time, bro, and they're going to be a problem because when you do something so many times, you're obviously going to get better at it. You know what I mean? People suck for the first 5 years of their comedy career. Like, bad. They're terrible. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares. Nobody laughs at them. Like, all that. Not saying you're like that.
No, I know
some
what you
people
mean.
are.
Yeah.
And then, dude, all of a sudden, they're a killer.
Yeah.
And that is scary.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing all this for 6 years now. And they have all these connects. They have all this. They have all that. The skill wasn't there. And then it's there. Problem, dude.
Yeah.
It's a problem. And it's scary because you don't know. Like, only time will tell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just like, I wanted to figure out a way to say that without, like, being mean, because I don't think it's mean, but, like, you understand what I'm saying, right?
You are 1,000,000% correct.
Yeah.
People ask me what my favorite joke is. I hate all my shit.
Me.
I hate all my jokes.
No, literally me.
I think they're retarded. I think they suck. I should have never
really.
gone on Kill Tony, but I do it anyways because it's a fucking
Dude,
workout for me.
Literally, who cares, bro? You got on Kill Tony, who
But that's
cares?
what I'm saying. But it's like, this is what, like, people, I feel like people think that I think I'm good.
People do think that.
And they don't realize they don't know me.
Yeah.
People don't know me. And that's why I love
And that's why I feel like I can say that to you and you not be offended, because it's not that, like, it's not that you're terrible. It's not that at all.
Yeah.
If you were, this would be a very different conversation.
I wouldn't be getting laughs on stage.
Right, exactly.
I know how to get shitty laughs on stage.
Yes.
I know how to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, like, you know, it was very apparent to me, like, especially after Kill Tony, because everyone's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Which is, who gives a fuck? Like, literally, who cares? Because I'm like, dude, she went to Austin and, like, did the shit. Yeah. Have you? No.
Yeah.
Okay, done. The conversation's over. Whether she did good or bad, it literally doesn't matter, because she went. And that's all that matters. Yeah. But I was literally saying, I'm telling you right now, bro, people like that are a problem. It's scary because maybe you think that, but give it 5 years, she's gonna be scary. Because like, it's genuinely like that.
People don't know that. Like, I mean, I tell people all the time, like, I want to get better, but they don't understand the type of better I want to be. Like,
right.
I want to be so good that I'm undeniable. Like, you can't tell me I'm not funny.
Yeah.
And people don't know that strive that's in the back of my brain that wakes me up every morning and makes me not want to kill myself.
No, literally.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like the same thing too. Like, you think I was good for the first 6 months, 8 months, a year of me doing comedy? I'm not good.
I went on Kill Tony 8 months. You think I'm gonna fucking? You think I thought I was gonna kill?
Oh, okay, but you ate the interview though. You ate the interview down.
Yes,
that shit was funny. That shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie. It was hilarious.
I still think it was all retarded, regardless of what you guys say. But
no, listen. Actually, and like, just hearing people's reactions, I'm like, okay, like, easy on it though, because that shit's scary, bro. It's so scary.
I blacked the fuck out.
Oh my God, it's
like,
terrifying.
The people next to me looked like aliens. I was like, these aren't even real people.
Terrifying.
This is crazy. And you think you're gonna play it cool. Everyone thinks they're gonna play it cool. Yeah. So they get on stage. They're like,
but see, like, for me, like, I think it was more so like I knew that I was going to do well, and that probably sounds so egotistical, but I knew that I was going to.
You've been doing it for a longer time too, so.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit longer, but also, like, I just knew that the type of jokes that I had ready, like, I knew I had it. You know what I mean? It was just the fear of, I really hope my nerves don't get in the way. Because, fuck, dude, when your nerves get in the way, it's done. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you're not yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I just tried to be me. Like, and literally right before I went on, like, before they pulled the curtain up and were like, go. And I was like, this is just pineapples. That's it. This is just Chumley's. Like, and that's literally what I had to tell myself was, you're at Chumley's. Go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or you're at Pineapples. You're, you know, this is like any other show.
And that's another skill that it takes to be able to fucking do that. See, yeah.
And I wanted to be overly confident. I wanted to be rememberable. Like, whether I did good or bad, I wanted to be rememberable. And to me, like, that's all that matters. And regardless of anything, I was still trying to process, dude, I just got pulled to be on Kill Tony. Like,
it's fucking
you know
terrifying.
what I mean? It's nuts.
Oh
and they
my
give you
God.
2 minutes to process the whole
And they
thing.
have to wait for the thing to be released. And you're like, what the fuck? Every day I was waking up and I was like, what the fuck? Because you don't know what happened.
God. And it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, you don't even know.
Oh my God.
And so then I invited a bunch of my friends and we had like a big watch party, and I'm like, dude, imagine if this is way worse than I'm thinking. I knew it wasn't gonna be, but I'm like, in the back of my head,
That's what happened to me.
What? I literally killed. And so it's like, man, it's tough because I think people have such a perspective of like people like that and like you and stuff. And I always try to be so like, it's not like that, though.
I'm glad I exude confidence to these people, though.
You should.
I'm glad because inside I'm like, I suck. I fucking hate my shit. I should not be on stage hosting a show, period. Like,
I know, literally.
all these thoughts go, people don't know that, though, because I don't tell you think I'm gonna go out and just tell y'all that I hate myself? I'm not confident. Like,
no, literally.
Nobody would want to be around me. Like,
hey, actually, I'm good on villain. Like, you guys have it. I'm not good enough. Yeah, no, exactly. I think
that's retarded.
It is. It really is.
So it's just like at that point, like people can take me as I am. I really don't give a fuck. But
yeah,
I'm glad you said something or mentioned that because like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not funny. I don't like.
You are funny.
There's some jokes I have but I'm not the funny I know I'm gonna be.
Right.
Like, and that's why like when people talk on shit on my podcast, I don't give a fuck anymore because people don't realize that I'm doing this podcast so I can tour before I'm funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making money off of comedy before I think I'm funny.
Yeah.
And that might be fucked up to some people, but I have a different way I'm gonna do things. And I know it's going to work that way. But that's where I'm going to get my fans is my podcast. And they're going to think I'm funny. And I'm going to be doing rooms that probably aren't good because they're going to be laughing at everything. But guess what? In the meantime, I'm going to be hitting up clubs where people don't think I'm funny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be working on my shit and trying to get funnier.
Yeah. And I think that like people just, everyone goes about it their own way. Like whenever because to me, like, I ingest a lot of podcasts, like, just a lot of comedy podcasts. Every single person, like, just there's so many comedians that I watch.
Yeah.
And hearing about their story and hearing about, like, the way that they did things, it's all so astronomically different than the other person. And it's like, what they were doing back then was probably radical and weird and crazy and like overshooting also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And comedy has changed so much, especially with like Kill Tony and YouTube and TikTok and all these things. Like Matt Rife wouldn't be who he is without fucking Wildin' Out and TikTok.
Yeah.
We all know it. Like he went a completely different route and did a 2-year tour all over the world.
And he fucking made it. Yeah,
and he's rich as fuck and hella famous. So it's like, bro,
like talk shit on success.
Yeah, do I think he's funny? Fuck no.
Yeah.
But guess what? He did the shit. Like the way that he did, and now he has diehard fans that will always be diehard fans. And now he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
including
and I bet you any older comedian that's like, they probably all have those same thoughts. That they're still not as funny as they want to be. A lot of people don't think that Ron White is funny. Yeah. Which blows my fucking mind.
Literally.
Blows my mind. But that shows you that, like...
Bro, I was literally, right after I got off the stage for Kill Tony, Ron White was standing right next to me and walked out right after me, and I didn't give a fuck.
I would have cried.
I didn't care. I was like, you're cool and all, but, like, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
But that's how you gotta put yourself out there. And that's the thing is people talk shit on people like that because they don't realize that...
No, literally.
We have to exude confidence to be successful.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, and Jake was like, oh my God, Ron White. And I'm like, yeah, you're cool, but I need to call my dad. Like, yo, I've got to FaceTime my father and let him know what the fuck just happened. And Jake was like, dude, it's Ron White. I'm like, could care less. Gotta go. Like, I was so like, what
I
the
called my
hell?
husband. Yeah, I was
Literally
like, I don't even
FaceTime my
think I
parents.
saw any faces when I left. I think
No.
I was just down the stairs and I like.
Yeah, I literally FaceTimed
Yeah.
my dad, and then he answered. And I'm like, okay, I know this is going to mean absolutely nothing to you, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but like, I just got on Kill Tony. And he was like, what? I'm like, you know, like Kill Tony, like the thing on YouTube. And he was like, the like one at Joe Rogan's club. I'm like, yeah, the one that has like millions of views on YouTube. I was just on it, brother. And I got a big joke book. And he was like, you're joking. I'm like, nah, I wish. Actually, no, I don't. But yeah, I'm serious. And he was like, what does this mean? I was like, probably nothing, but it's crazy. Like, you know, and I'm like, you know, I still got to go to work whenever I go back home, but it is what it is, brother. It is what it is.
Isn't that the biggest disappointment when you're like, after your episode comes out, you're like, oh, a few hundred followers. Great.
Yeah, literally. And so it's like, I understand whenever people like hate on Kill Tony, I'm like, oh, you didn't really do that much. You're right, dude. Like,
It's true.
I literally went right back to work. My life hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
Like, it changed a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's changed a lot, but it really not
In terms
really.
of like, where
I'm
how
still
successful we want to be.
I could get evicted any day. Still didn't have a car, brother. Got fired again. Like, life went right back to normal. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was a cool experience, obviously, and it's something that like I wouldn't trade for the world. But it's also like, you know, I'm still doing my thing. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not any farther in life than like I would have been if I didn't. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy that even like I did bad and people reached out to me. I was like,
The messages I got were nuts.
dude. Oh my God.
I'll have to insert the drawing that someone drew of me on Reddit.
Stop it.
Someone made a drawing of me.
No.
I'll insert it here. And I look, first of all, like I'm brown, right? Like I'm tan,
Yeah.
I'm Mexican, I'm a little brown.
Yeah.
They made me a different ethnicity, you know? And so I'm like, okay, did I look that dark on stage? Wow. Interesting. I also look like Shrek and Fiona.
What?
So it was a bit much. They literally drew a picture of me. There was a whole Reddit feed about me, like on Reddit. Like under like Kill Tony, but then like a subreddit of just
I got
me.
so lucky and went under the radar.
Yeah, I wish. Because
it's brutal. Reddit's brutal.
Oh my God, it was terrible. And like I'm so bad because I'm reading everything. Like
Oh my
every comment I'm reading. I was going back to my episode like every day for weeks, like going back and reading comments
too,
about
a few
me.
times,
Oh my
yeah.
God, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I just
Now,
myself.
I will say no one said I wasn't funny. Everyone said I was funny.
Yeah.
But the attacks on my appearance really changed my life. And I will have you guys know I'm emaciated. You know what I mean? I'm trying to emaciate myself still from those comments.
Stop it.
I can't. It's bad.
Oh
like,
my God.
people comparing me to like that character on Mulan, like that like painted her and stuff.
What the fuck?
I'll insert that here as well.
Jesus
Someone said, oh, the female Enrique Chacon. And I'm like, oh.
Say that one.
Okay, love that.
Oh gosh.
Literally so bad.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's like rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Like how to do that?
Yeah.
So it's basically I'm just gonna ask you a bunch of questions and then you just answer them like as fast as you can.
All right.
And they're just like stupid little questions.
Like chocolate or
yeah, sure. Like white guys, black guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Okay, are you ready?
Asian.
Asian?
Yeah.
Really? Me and Jake were just talking about this the other day. Like,
I think it's those Korean movies are doing something to my brain.
you want to be with an Asian?
Squid Games.
Oh.
My husband looks a little Asian.
He does.
A little bit.
Yeah, he also looks more like Skeletor.
Yeah, he's like
He's giving Skeletor an Asian.
He's like a guy that looks like he just got out of prison and just didn't like the food too much.
something's going on there.
But it's hot. It's my thing.
We love him.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. All right.
Okay, sorry.
Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Favorite. Okay. Favorite city in U.S. besides the one you live in?
I like Utah.
That's a state. City.
Where was I in Utah?
I don't even know.
Moab.
I never heard of that.
Moab, Utah.
Nickname your parents used to call you.
Dumbass.
Okay, period. That's on daddy issues. What's the last song you listened to?
The last what song?
Song.
I
The
can
Barney
look right
song.
now. Oldie by Odd Future.
Okay, love that. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Talk to animals for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What animal would you talk to?
My dog.
Really?
And I'd be like, are you hungry?
The big fluffy one?
Or are you lying to me?
He's gonna be like, help!
Yeah, get me out of here, you white fuckers.
Favorite holiday?
Fuck. Okay,
wait, are you
I'm not
Jewish?
very rapid fire on that.
Favorite holiday?
Holiday. I guess Halloween, I guess. I don't do anything though.
We love Halloween.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to get ready? Apparently 5 minutes.
If we include smoking marijuana, it takes me like an hour and a half. But to physically get dressed, you are correct. 5 minutes. I throw my hair in a ponytail and I put 2 pairs of pants and a jacket on. I'm out.
We love the ponytail.
Yeah. And then sometimes I spray perfume. Always deodorant.
Really?
Obviously. I'm not
Perfume?
disgusting. Yeah.
I've never smelled perfume.
I throw it on to cover up the weed smell, so maybe it just cancels it out.
Okay, love that. Scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you? I've driven behind
Like
you.
a 2.
Correct. Fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is...
Gay.
Love that. At what age do you want to retire?
Never.
Never?
Yeah.
Psychopath.
From corporate gigs like tomorrow.
You're out.
Yeah.
Invisibility or super strength?
Super strength.
Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
Hold on, without the muscles. I don't want to
Without
look
the
like a
muscles?
man. I want to be strength, but still look like
You
kind of
already-
a woman.
You might
Does
be.
the super strength come with this side of tits?
Maybe.
Okay, then I'll take it.
They're up there.
I wouldn't want to be invisible because I'd use it in the wrong way.
Oh, I would love to be
I would
invisible.
sit in on conversations I'm not supposed to be sitting in on.
I would love that. I would love nothing more.
Yeah.
If I was invisible,
I would love it, but I'd take advantage
if I was
of it.
invisible, you people would not be able to handle me. I'd be everywhere.
If I knew what you people looked like naked, their fucking life would be
I'd
over.
be invisible, but I would be butt ass naked.
Yeah.
Like I would take all my clothes off, go invisible, and then I'm just out there.
and then
Imagine it wears off.
just fart on people and give them pink eye when they don't know it. That sounds
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at keeping secrets?
keeping, like, if somebody tells me not to say anything, 10.
Really?
Yes.
Best of it.
If somebody tells me not to repeat anything, I will never.
I'm the same way. If someone tells me
Yeah.
not to repeat something, I won't repeat it. But if you don't,
Yeah, if you don't tell me.
I might.
Yeah, I usually don't talk. I don't really be like talking about people crazy. But
Yeah.
if somebody pisses me off, I'm gonna talk about. You
Oh yeah, for sure.
probably.
I'm putting you on blast.
Yeah.
First celebrity crush.
Chad Michael Murray, I think. When I was like 8,
If you could travel back in time, what period would you go to?
I go to Renaissance times.
Yeah.
But people always yell at me because they're
Bro,
like,
imagine
"You
being a
wanna shit in
comedian
a
when they can
bucket?"
throw tomatoes at you.
Yeah, or like stoning them. Fuck.
You'd be dead in a heartbeat. You'd be out.
I
bro.
would.
They would take one of those
You know how
sheep
hard it
things
would
and
be to be a comedian,
you wouldn't be let through.
dude. If you made it, that's crazy.
Do you snore?
No. Oh, my husband said I started to lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think the air quality is bad in our house.
Black mold.
Probably.
Place you most want to travel?
Ukraine.
Oh
I
god.
want to see if the war's real.
Imagine it's not and it's like literally perfect there.
They make it sound like the war just started, but that shit been going on since 2014.
Yeah, like what's the deal, dude?
Actually, I think it was like
how are you at
1997.
war for 10 years?
I don't know.
I mean, isn't everybody dead by then?
That's what I'm saying. The place
Because
is so
if you're going to
small.
war for 10 years, somebody's not doing something right.
And Russia and Ukraine, like, come on.
Dude, Russia literally has the
huge.
most crazy stuff. Take it out.
I don't
It
know.
wouldn't be that hard.
I heard Biden was sex trafficking children in Ukraine.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, they say a lot of crazy things.
I
about
read
that
a
man.
lot of weird shit on the internet.
I know what side of news you're on.
Conspiracy.
They talk a lot about Biden. I know bad things. I know what you're on.
Oh, God.
Favorite junk food?
When I used to drink, I guess it'd be McDonald's the morning after, a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel
Ooh,
with 2 hash browns and an
Okay.
orange juice.
love that.
Yes.
Favorite childhood TV show?
Well, the first one that popped in my brain is Hey Arnold for some reason.
Okay, we love Hey Arnold.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really watch. What the fuck? I'm
You didn't have
blanking on what I used to watch.
What's your favorite season?
I was like, season of Arnold? I don't remember.
Season 2, episode 17
yeah,
specifically.
It's been a long time. My favorite season is right now because I feel like I can put on a lot of clothes and still be comfortable.
Yeah, I love
and I hate jeans. So like I feel like I get away with wearing sweatpants at comedy shows. Yeah,
you literally wear jeans constantly.
I know.
You love jeans, skinny jeans specifically.
If I could wear these all the time and then wear my gym shorts all the time, which I do.
Yeah,
that's how I dress. Because like unless I'm going out to dinner or something, but I don't like being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like with jeans, like it's my semi-professionalism.
Literally.
Because I never reach full professionalism. Ever.
We love that.
Yeah.
Last Halloween costume?
When I was 16.
When was the last time you dressed up?
I wore a morph suit. You remember when those came out?
Yes.
A 6-year-old girl should never wear a morph suit.
And you were just, what color was it?
It was green.
And you were just, that's what you were, just a green character.
me and my boyfriend at the time, which him is now dead, but
oh, was it the morph suit?
I didn't know when he died. But yeah, he wore a morph suit too. We were morph suit people.
Okay.
They thought it was just two gay guys walking together. Because I had no chest.
Are you guys siblings?
Yeah, that's what they thought. Cake
or pie?
Pie.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
Favorite number?
7.
If Voldemort offered you a hug, would you accept?
Yes.
You'd probably kiss him. Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
I'd kiss his nose.
Very Michael Jackson-esque.
Dude, that shit does look crazy. What'd you say?
Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
Disgusting.
Horrendous.
I literally... Okay, they will never see this until I'm famous. I go to dinner with these people every Tuesday.
Okay.
They're my husband's friends.
Okay.
They got some interesting etiquette.
Okay.
So when we go out to eat...
Yeah.
They be double dipping like everything.
Really?
So when we order appetizers...
You get them separate?
If I want to eat some appetizer, I do order separate. Because I'm like, I can't... Like, I don't touch my food.
Yeah.
Unless it's supposed to mix. Like, beans and rice, great. But like, if you're trying to put some sushi on some beans, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
My husband will eat cake off of the same plate that he ate dinner on. And I'm like, you're a disgrace to humanity.
There's literally still ribs on it.
I will snatch it from him and throw it in the dish. I'm like, you need to eat off of a new plate. I do the dishes. You don't
I feel like I actually double dip unintentionally. I feel like I have to like tell myself like don't do that.
If I'm but a house party?
Yeah, like when you're sharing a meal
you're
with
trying
someone.
to be respectable.
And they're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know people that like put like also eat their finger like when they're eating something.
And then
like,
what
they're
about, how do you feel about mouth open when chewing?
Oh,
the worst.
Oh God. Ugh.
One of them does that too. And I'm like, I can't. With the double dipping and talking and chewing with the mouth open. Sometimes, and listen, it gets worse because I hope they never see this. They're going to hate me.
You're never going to go to dinner with them again.
No. He fucking, what does he do? He complained about, you know how people attract energy sometimes when they just be putting shit out there?
Yes.
And I know people be putting shit out there and it does happen because they put shit out there, but they don't believe in that shit. There's this waiter at this Mexican restaurant that we go to.
Okay.
You can see his hernia through his shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't really want your food to be served by some sweaty guy that looks like he's supposed to be sweating on the food in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Where's the hernia?
But it's like right on the stomach.
Oh, okay,
and the shirt is so tight, you can see it.
Yeah.
But
it's
like
bulging out.
Every time we go there, he is just... That's all he talks about. He's like, we're going to get the guy. We're going to get the, it's going to watch. It's going to be the guy with the hernia. And I'm like, I swear to God,
he's the only one running this whole restaurant. He's the owner,
I'm like,
brother.
Why do we keep coming back here? I'm like, can we just go if you're so, because
we need him on the pod, the hernia guy.
Oh my God. Yeah. I bet you
hit him up.
He got a story to tell.
Yeah, I want to know how he got the hernia.
I don't know.
Hernias are interesting. I've never had a hernia.
Yeah. That's probably good.
I think.
I don't think you want one.
Yeah, that's actually crazy that it's like literally showing out of the shirt.
Some people get it from gluten intolerance.
Oh my God, I have a gluten intolerance.
My cousin has the real bad one where it's
celiac?
like you can celiac disease. Yeah, he got
You're like actually allergic to it.
Yeah, he got a hernia from when he was a kid.
Because he was eating it.
From eating it, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a hernia, yeah.
No, I have diarrhea like a couple times a day. So I'm either lactose, gluten intolerant, or both.
Yeah.
I think it might be both.
Probably.
But I mean, I don't ever have
I get
hard
down
poop.
on cheese.
Love cheese.
Like I said, I had 2 mozzarella, 3-4 pieces of mozzarella for dinner.
Love mozzarella.
Yeah.
Love mozzarella.
Yeah, no, the double dipping I can't get down with. It's just not my thing.
No, for real. So what, you have 2 shows tonight?
Yeah.
You're doing Dunes and Milk.
Milk, I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. I might come to Dunes.
You might as well get a little gusty spot,
Maybe.
Baby.
May as well.
I probably won't do 15 minutes. So.
You're supposed to do 15?
I don't know. That's what Zach said, but I'm
My God.
I've been on, don't get me wrong, I've been on stage for 15 minutes and I can kind of make people laugh for 15 minutes.
But you feel like you start to squirm.
But I get like I did a villain the other night. Like if I get uncomfortable and I'm trying to look for new material in my head while I'm on stage, I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
It's so funny to watch people like from a host perspective because they'll say like, oh, I have 15, I have 20. And then at like the 8-minute mark, I watch them squirm. And I'm like, dude, just...
Yeah.
It's good. Like, it's fun. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather you do like a safe 8, 9 and then not do 15 instead of do 15 and squirm. Because don't get me wrong, like, I'm sure most people can be up there for 15 minutes and like make do. You know what I mean? But like, that doesn't make for that quality of a thing. Like, I loosely say I have 20 because I know that I have the material, but I would rather just, I say that I have 25 to 30 really of material, but I'd rather just do 20 at the most because I know that the 20 that I have is way better than the 30 that I have because I would rather end on 20 the whole time, have tight sets instead of squirm the last 10 minutes and then you end on like a, you know what I mean? And then it just ruins the whole thing. So I think that a lot of people do that. Yeah. And then just watch them squirm for a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like I finally reached a point where I have like a good, I'm not going to say tight, I'm going to say a good 10 to where I can go to Milk and I can do a good job.
Yeah.
But I tell people, I'm like, I got 0.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got 0 minutes. But
2 minutes.
I can be on stage for probably, I say comfortably 12 minutes, but 10 really.
Yeah.
It's just like, I like to challenge myself to do those spots. So like if, Danielle Mathis, she has Propagate.
Yeah.
Those are 15-minute sets. I like to take advantage of that when I do have the chance so I can try to push myself. But if I'm getting uncomfortable up there and I have nothing left, like I'm getting the fuck up. I'm not going to waste anybody's time.
Yeah. And like squirm.
But at Mojitos, when there's 3 comedians in the crowd and nobody there, I'm going to be on stage for 18 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to
take advantage of that shit.
Right.
Even if it sucks or doesn't suck or whatever. It's, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got to come. I'm glad I got to have you on. I think you're killing it.
Thanks.
Regardless of what anybody has to say. I think you're fucking killing it. I think that you're doing a lot for the scene, and I think that people need to understand that hard work is definitely a lot different than the other side of it, which is like just not caring and like doing whatever you want, which is fine, like if that's your journey. But I think that you're doing really well. I think that I'm interesting to see what happens. Like, I think that that's like more so what is important is like whatever is happening now really doesn't matter because in the grand scheme of things, like things are going to be a lot different in a couple years.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what happens for you and the podcast and the shows and everything. Cause I think that it's one of those things, like I said earlier, when your comedy is where you want it to be, it's going to be a fucking problem. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And that's all that people should should be concerned about. You know what I mean?
Thank you. And I agree with you. So fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck them.
No, it's fine. I understand how people can have that perception.
Yeah.
So I hope if they see this, they do understand. They finally get it.
Yeah.
They understand where I'm very glad we had this conversation because this is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad
me too.
I could tell my truth.
Exactly.
Speak
Your truth, queen.
Yes.
You have to. It's,
Yes.
you know, I speak my truth constantly.
Yeah.
Not well liked, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
That's, you know, it
one
gets
day
to that.
someone will understand. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, period.
Yeah. But thanks. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Time to go save the bombs.
Save the bombs, save the world,
Save the world.
and go to Ukraine.
Ukraine.
We stand with Ukraine.
See if it's real.
Bye.
Is the war real? Bye.
Watermelon goblin size of King Kong. Watermelon goblin size of King Kong. Glasses shattering, million fractions on my face. I can't seem to put them back together in one place. Fractured on my fingers, swollen tongue is out of taste. Cut down all my trees, I'm catching monsters by the lake. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong.